Okay. Hello, 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 hello. So I'm just going to wait for some people to join. Let's go ahead and get this set up on, if anybody joins. We'll give it a few minutes. I just figured I would sew and chat with you all today. I was going to do some sewing. These lights are really bright in my eyeballs. I hope the lighting's good for you guys, except for the glare on my glasses. But then I can't see. Now I can see. Oh, yeah, big difference. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Where is my bed? My channel. Hello, come join me. If you're not doing anything, let's turn the sound off. Let's share the video. All right. And then I should be able to see if anybody chats, comments, and it should be plenty of light. Let's see if I'm even looking at you guys. So, okay. Welcome to Linda Tillman Craft Along. I'm Linda. Let's get crafty. So today I'm going to be sewing. I have it's tomorrow's 4th of July, so I figured I would play with this patriotic fabric that I have had forever. And I figured maybe we could make a tote or something out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this fabric on my pink mat right here. And then I'm going to put it in the Cricut, and I'm going to let that Cricut cut it. And it's going to be 2-inch by 10-inch strips. Because I want to use this as a like a border on the tote. So I'm just going to line my fabric up here. And I ironed this fabric the other day, so it should be. Now that's not 10 by 10. It's supposed to be 10 by 10. Oh no. That is not 10 by 10. That's 10 inches. This is supposed to be 10 by 10. Let me see. These came out of what they call a layer cake. And a layer cake, the pieces are supposed to be 10 by 10. That is not 10 inches. It is that way, but it isn't that way. All right. So we're going to do this way. Now you're not going to be able to see when I'm working in the Cricut design space. It's this way better. I'm having a hard time getting this one lined up. Oh wait, but I don't want my flags going that way. It has to be this way. So I'm going to end up having to change that because I don't want. Now I don't have a brayer, so I'm just using my hand. And go like that to make sure that it's stuck on there. It is. It's on there. I have a brayer, but I'm not using it on my fabric because the brayer that I have is not for fabric. It's for paints and stuff for when I do my gel press. My gel press. All right. Now, let me go into Cricut real quick over here on the computer. And let me get rid of one of these squares. Oh, this is hard to do with that light right there. Let me turn this light off for a second, or dim it down. Turn it off. Let's see what happens. Oh, I get really dark on that side, but bear with me for 1 minute. I want to go and get rid of that square. And then we want to ungroup. No, we want to detach because I attached all these. So I want to ungroup and then there, and there. So we'll cut 4 2-inch strips, and then we'll have another strip that's, I don't know exactly what size. But I'm gonna select all these. You guys can't see what I'm doing right here. I'm sorry. And Cricut, I'm lining it up, and it's gonna cut those out for me. And then I'm gonna cut it on my Cricut. Okay, so now you guys see what I'm doing. And let's turn this light back on so you guys can see me all the way. There we go. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and select all. They're all selected. I'm going to align them to the right. And then I'm going to say, make it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You know why I'm not? Because the Cricut's not hooked up to this computer, and this computer does not have Bluetooth, so I have to get my laptop. I don't know where my, or do I know? Yeah. Nope. I don't have the wire to go from the Cricut to the, wait. This, but it's okay. I'm just going to pick up my laptop, and we'll do it on the laptop. That's all. Just go ahead and close. Oh, wait. Let's save that project real quick. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to do that. Specific title. I'll title it later. Now close it. Keep looking at that light in my eyes. Oh, what am I going to have? Yes, Cricut. Quick one. Okay. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you can catch me next time around. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment in. You guys can't have that in your face. That's not good. I'm sitting here saying I like my video, and then I cover it up so you can't even see me. So all you see is a computer screen. All right. Okay. All right. How many times can I say that in a video? All right, let's open up the file I just had on that other computer. Say customize. Let's turn the Cricut on. And now I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, so I've got that computer over there. Now I have to change the blade, which I set it up. Let me show you what I'm doing. In case you are new to a Cricut and you want to be able to do this, I want to show you how to do it. Okay. So I'm going to get my rotary blade out. This is my rotary blade. And I'm just going to pop this open. If my fingers will cooperate with me, I'm going to pop this open. This is so hard today. Take this blade, which is a fine point blade, out. And I'm going to put my rotary blade in. Close that. And pop that down. Okay. Now, if I was using a pattern to sew, that knife blade needs to go that way. So if I was using a pattern to sew, I would be putting in a friction pen, but I'm not. So anyway, so the blade is in there. And now I'm going to go to this screen. You guys can't really see that. And I'm going to go up here. Did I attach that? Select all. Attach. And make. And the project is incompatible. Why is this income? Oh, because it's print and cut. Say, okay, we're not printing and cutting though. So, oh, because I accidentally flattened instead of select all. Basic cut. Attach. I must have accidentally flattened it. Okay, now make it. And say, yep, that's good. Actually, let's bring it right there. Almost to the 10-inch mark. Because I know that's where the fabric is. So that way I'm not getting like a little tiny piece up here and a little tiny piece down there. Actually, let's do it like that. There we go. All right. And say continue. All right. And then we're going to say fabric. Let's see what popular is. Fabric one of the populars? Denim. It's just regular fabric, guys. Just regular fabric. It's cotton fabric. Let's browse all materials. And let's come up here and go fabric. Search. And oh my gosh, look at all these fabrics. But we're going to do cotton. Right here, cotton fabric. We're going to say done. It told me to load the rotary blade, but I already did that. So now it's saying to load the mat. We're going to load our mat. It's going to click once it starts blinking right here. Press it. I should start cutting it. And this saves the arthritis in the knuckles from them scissors. Oh, I'm cutting the mat. My fabric's not as long as it's supposed to be. Oops. And it says 100% cutting already. That's kind of funny because it is not 100% cut. I did. I didn't know I was going live either. I just decided I would go live and share this with you. I'm gonna be sewing and undo that, unload that mat, and then let's take our fabric off. Look, it didn't. I'm gonna have to go through with my fabric scissors because it did not do it all that. There we go. Let's pull that off of there. Uh-oh. Get that out of there. I don't want to end the broadcast. Yeah. That's so much easier than sitting there trying to rule them, use a ruler and all that stuff. All right, I'm going to flip it back around now towards us. So I'm going to go back over here, go to my settings, go to camera, choose the correct camera. Put you back over here. It's a little too. I want you to somewhat see the table. No, you're still not seeing the table. All right, I don't want to be cut off. So, all right, I don't need the Cricut any longer. Or do I? No, because my fabrics are already cut because I bought a long time ago when I was learning to quilt. Let me grab my fabric scissors, which I still have them out from the other day. These are my fabric only scissors. We don't cut nothing else at all with this. So we're just going to snip that. Just going to pop that along like that. And this fabric is a couple of years old. I don't know if they still have it, but it was Stonehenge or something like that. And I got it from Missouri Star Quilt Company, like I said, a couple of years ago. So I'm just making a little tote dig. Okay. I can show you how to do that. That's not hard at all. It's quite easy. Bitmoji. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strips now. And we can close this other computer out, say finish, say save, so we don't lose that. So when we want to do it again, we can. Say save, come on. and then close it. Yes, quick. Close this laptop, get it out of the way. All right, and then I have, like I said, I have my 10 by, supposed to be 10 by 10 inches. So I have I have a couple of these fabrics here. And we're just going to make a cute little tote bag. Now, you know what? We're going to need handles for this tote bag. I guess I have to show how to make handles. Yeah, I think the Cricut updated when I opened it up. I wasn't paying attention to what it is supposed to do or anything, but yes, I do believe I did. All right, so these are the fabrics that we have. We have this tan stars. Then we have like this marble blue. Then we have the blue marble stars. I'm trying to decide. I think this is the front because these white stars are more white. And then we have the stars and the stripes. And we have the red with the stars. And then we have the red and the blue and the white stars. So, oh, you don't? Yeah, I don't sew by hand. All right, so now I got to figure out, because like I said, I'm not working with any pattern. I'm just going off the top of my head, thinking I want a cute little tote bag. And I want the main, like the base of it, to be this blue. So this is how my brain works. Okay, so I want this color. And then so I want both sides to kind of be identical. So I'm just laying it out here, looking to see what I like that so far, which I'll pick it up and show you. I'll pin it together and then show you what I'm seeing here in a second. And I think the white, because I'm going to put the American flags across the top. I think. Oh my gosh, I don't have the patience for cross stitch. You are a much more patient person than I am. I don't like that. I'm having a hard time with this. I don't like that. So this is what I have so far in my mind that I do like. Let me pin it together so I can show you. Remember now, I'm thinking about a tote bag. Just a simple, easy tote bag. No zipper, none of that stuff. So this is so far what I'm thinking. I like that. And I wanted to put the American flags on it, so maybe I just don't like the flag at the top, but maybe I would if I did one there. I wish I had another piece of this blue. I think I like this flag right here. I'll hold it up. Give me 1 second here. I'm pinning everything together to get an idea of what I might want. Yeah, you're definitely more patient than I am. All right, so how do we like that? It could make just a little clutch, and then these stars could be the inside. I think the stars are what throw me because I only have one solid. I mean, I have this blue fabric right here that what's gonna use for the lining, but it's not marble. I guess I could use it at the top. Because I like the American flag right there like that. Just trying to keep up with the comments. So are you doing anything for the 4th of July? This is what I'm doing. And then it's going to be all Christmas crafting from here. Because it's Christmas in July. All right, let's see. I know this blue matches because this blue is what I purchased to go with this. So, nope, staying home. It sounds like perfect time to go craft. Let me hold this up here like this before I cut this piece. I didn't pin that piece when I pinned these pieces. I wish this darker blue had marbling to it. What about that? Is the top. I think that'd be cute. And I'm thinking maybe I should put a zipper in it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I should put a zipper in there. Well, I don't like putting zippers in. And I need to make a handle. I can make the handle with these. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's make sure this is straight, though. I only pin it through one bit. I didn't pin it through that fabric at all. Okay. I know people who have been sewing for years are probably cringing watching me sew. But this is how I do things. All right, so I have two pieces of fabric there. I think I am going to go ahead and do I don't want to do a zipper. All right, so I've got my pinking shears here. I'm going to fold this up on here. I'm going to cut a piece of this fabric out. Measure that fabric. So how's work been going, Dee? That's 1.5. All right, I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to cut this fabric here. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of it. And I'm going to cut it all the actually, I'm going to cut it all the way across here. Just cut all the way across. Right from the fold. Because not only do I want to get the top part for my bag. Oh, okay. But I also want to make a handle. We could make a little pocket on the outside also. Maybe. Thinking. Thinking if I want that to be a pocket. set that aside for a minute. And so we have this nice big long piece here. But as far as strap wise go, all right, let's see here, Linda. What are you doing? Line this back up. I am no seamstress, that's for sure. I just love doing this. Loves doing this stuff. And then when it comes out good, I'm like, yay! All right. I need for this to be a strap. I need it to be like 2 inches. So let's see how wide across I cut this. I cut it about 6.5 across. So to get like a 1.5 inch strap, I really would like a 2 inch strap, so I need this to be 4 inches. And that will leave me plenty for the top part. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to fold this in half like this. That's not going to be perfectly lined up because I'm not using my rulers. I don't know where my big quilting ruler went. But anyway, all right, let's see. From here to here. I don't think I'm going to be able to see my friction pen. What am I doing? There to there is 4. There it is. There's my friction pen. And what a friction pen is that if you write on fabric with it, once heat applies to it, it makes it go away. So, all right. And if it didn't go away, you can barely see that anyway because blue is on blue there. All right, so I've got a mark there. I don't know if I'm making 2 straps or 1 strap. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Okay. So I'm just winging this. Whether I'm going to be straight or not, we'll see. So I'm going to use, the reason I'm using the pinking shears is because when you use the pinking shears, it gives your fabric a little zigzag on the edges and keeps it from fraying. Right, I'm trying to do my best at cutting this straight. These scissors are a trip to use. And it's probably not straight, but it's okay. All right, so this is going to be our strap. And it's about 4 inches wide. And I think I'm going to make 2 of them because that right there will be a plenty big enough strap for a small tote, just a little small tote bag. Unless you want a shoulder bag, then 1 strap, like a crossbody. But I think I'm going to do 2. Now, for the top piece, I think this is good just like this. But we're going to cut this piece in half. I'm just going to cut this right here in a half mark line where I. Okay. Then I need have you heard how's Judy doing? I haven't spoken to her in a while. Right, and now these pieces were folded in half, so I have to cut them in half. Well, I don't have to cut this one, but I have to cut this one. So try to make sure it's exactly half. I am just going to take my scissors and just go right down the middle. Say, please be straight, Linda. Please do this straight. Don't be cockeyed. Do you, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and leave comments in the comment section, and I will get to them. I will answer them. All right, so we have to take this fabric and we have to pin it to the blue fabric, and we have to do pretty side to pretty side or right side to right side. But see how that's a kind of grayer? I don't know if you guys can tell that it's grayer. Yeah, you guys can tell. Look, see if you can tell the difference. See how that's pretty, and then this side is kind of blah. See that? So that's my pretty side. So I'm going to put that to the side with a nice bright red, because if it was that side, it wouldn't be bright red, and that's the back. So I'm going to put pretty side to pretty side. And I'm going to pin them up. I'm going to have to go grab my sewing machine. I don't know why I would start a live about sewing and not have my sewing machine over here. All right. Oh, wait. No. No, 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 no. I need to take this piece and I need to sew it to each of the pieces first. So I need to decide which one. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So we pin that together. We're pinning the flag piece onto the blue piece. And then we will go grab the sewing machine. Oh, what are they going to Minnesota for? Boy, they travel a lot. Is that where his family is? Hers is somewhere else, right? All right, I'm going to take another one of these strips and I'm going to put it on the other end. So see, I've pinned this one here. So when I sew, I can sew it here. Well, I'm going to turn it around because this blue is my bottom. And I'm going to pin this to that piece because that's the other side. So I'm doing right side to right side. Okay. I'm going to move my Cricut mat out of the way. I think that's why, because I have to use the plug for the sewing machine for the Cricut. For the Cricut for the sewing machine is what I mean. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought hers was East Coast, like New York or something, where I'm originally from. All right, you guys aren't going to be seeing the actual sewing machine, but I'll keep bringing things over and showing you. plug it in. So I have to use the power cord from the Cricut, or wait, that's the wrong end there. For the sewing machine, because when I moved in here to my mom's, I could not find my power cord to my sewing machine. Do not know what happened to it. But I found out that my Cricut cord fits my sewing machine. If I take it out of the little block that it's plugged into, the part that goes from the wall to the little power block in between, plugs right into my sewing machine, and I just use that. Alright, let's turn it on. Let's make sure it's threaded correctly. It doesn't look like it is. What's going on with this? Let me read thread it real quick. I don't understand what's going on. My cats must have got into it. They say if you're going to pull it out, pull it from the bottom out. So let's see if I can do this. Tension is kind of crazy there. All right, there we go. Now let's put this use the thread in here. Yeah, I don't think. Now this little brother sewing machine is pretty awesome, and I really need to turn it off. Make sure the thing is. No, I need it on because I need to see that needle. It has a threader, but what I found is that it's a pain in the butt. Maybe one day I'll hit lottery and be able to get a baby lock. Wouldn't that be sweet? Like the big time sewing people have. I tell you what I'd like to have if I ever hit lotto is a long arm quilting sewing machine to sew the quilts with. Come on, get in there. You know what? It's, gosh, it's been a while since I have threaded my sewing machine that I'm sitting here having a hard time remembering how to do it now. Come on, I know you're in there. Not pulling it through the needle. Why isn't it pulling it through? We might sew this today, this century. Curtain on sewing machine. There we go. I got it. Uh-oh. I got it. Okay. Phew. Oh, I didn't check my bobbin. Dadgummit. So you're supposed to do all this stuff before you start sewing, not just go in and start sewing. See if I have a full bobbin. Because if I don't, I'm going to have to redo this whole threading process because I'm going to have to thread my bobbin. Hmm. It's not going. Damn it. I'm sorry I'm not all that prepared, guys. So I have to thread the bobbin. I thought I already threaded the bobbin. Apparently, I didn't. I thought I had an already threaded bobbin. So let's take this thread out. You know what? Since we're doing that, let's just use a better thread anyway. Get our embroidered silken thread instead of this thread. And this one's 100% cotton quilting thread that I'm going to use. And I bought this, like I said, back when I bought this fabric long time ago. I've had it for quite a few years now. This one is a little off-white or something. This is not white. I mean, it'll go with it, but it's not white. What color is this? Don't know. But here we are. We're going to pop that on there. We're going to bring it around here. And we're going to start the bobbin. See the bobbin? We got to wrap this thread around it. I'm going to cut the tip of that. There's a hole here that I'm going to put it through. So there's a hole in the top here that I just had it through. I wonder when I do these things if my grandmother had any secrets or hacks, but she didn't teach me how to do any of this stuff. I wish she had, because she did this stuff all the time. She was really good at it. She didn't teach me, so. Right, that's not right. That's not right. You go through that after. Linda, just wrap it around it. All right. You go from the underneath. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while, so it took me a minute to remember. And then wrap it around, okay? Pay attention to what way you're wrapping, because when you're wrap that around so it crisscrosses like that. And then I needed to wrap the other way. Or just turn it over this way. And cut this piece off. Set it on top of Duma Flachi. Tighten it up. Make sure the thread's tight. And then you're ready for some noise. All right. We're just going to feed the bobbin. Now, I'm still new to all this. I mean, I'm not new to sewing, but I'm new to all these. I'm too new to be like saying, oh, I know everything about that. I don't. I still am learning about tension, and I'm still learning all kinds of other things. All right, there we go. And that bobbin is threaded. This and this piece off there, cut that off. I'll put that in the slot where it goes. Make sure it goes around what it's supposed to. I remember. Now I do this. All right, there you go. And then it cuts it off. And then put the lid back on. And now with cotton thread, I'm going to be having to wipe the inside and clean the inside of this machine out a little bit more than I would with polyester. And now I got to go through this whole thing again of threading this needle out of there. All right. But this time it won't be that hard. Because I remember how to do this now. I remember. See if my needle will, see if that'll catch it. There, my threader worked that time. So there we go. We're threaded and we are ready to roll. Almost. Now I have to manually take my needle and bring up my bobbin thread. And I'm just going to take another little piece of fabric here just to make sure that it's up there. I have two silver strands hanging out, do I? We'll find out in a minute. All right. So we're going to sew these on, and we're going to do like a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And we're just going to go by the seat of our pants because, like I said, no pattern, just sewing. Just having fun, chit-chatting and sewing. So I'm going to, one of the little tricks I have learned, though, when you're sewing, watch the fabric, not the needle. Or watch the needle, not the fabric. Oh, I don't remember. All right. So drop the needle down, pick the needle back up. Set your setting. I want this on 1. Okay, and I got the right foot for it. Now, I have three settings. I have slow, medium, and fast. And I'm on medium because I have a tendency when I'm on fast to go too fast and screw things up. And then I have a little button on here that looks like a little horseshoe, like a little arrow horseshoe. And that is so that if I'm going forward, if I press it, it'll go back and then go forward again. So that will back stitch for me. So that's what I'm going to do is once I start, put my needle down, start, and then press the back stitch button. And then right off the bat, I'm already getting tangled up. What's going on? I'm already going too fast. Yeah, watch the fabric, not the needle. You want to watch how you're feeding it into the machine. All right, take that other last pin on that side out. Then you get and back stitch. Needle up, your threader, and there we got that side. Now we got to do this side. And in the process of doing that, we're going to turn on our mini easy press. See? And we're going to turn it on because I'm going to use that to press my seams with. That was the main reason I wanted that little press, was so that I could do my sewing without having to worry about this huge, some big gigantic. So we're taking the pins out. Uh-oh. Don't lose your pins, Linda. Okay. Line this up like this. Now, when people quilt, a lot of times they don't backstitch, and I don't understand why they don't. But when you're backstitching, what's happening is you're causing a knot. So let's put that down there. Make sure we got the same amount. There we go. Drop the needle. And then we're going to feed this. You know what? I just got done talking about backstitching, and I don't think I did it on that. But I did on that one, so we'll be all right. All right, now I'm going to go around and snip off some excess threads that I got going on here. Because I don't think I backstitched on that one, I'm going to tie some knots in these excess threads here. Snip that up right there. Now, some of these threads are just going to have to stay there until we're done. So now I'm going to press open my seams. What I'm going to do is to lay it flat. I'm going to take these and I'm going to press them open like that. Right, open like that so the bulk is even on each side. And I'm just going to go through and I'm going to press that like that with my little easy press here. Now, why did it do that? Did it just unplug itself? It did. Imagine that, guys. I have to go and plug this back in. It just unplugged it, so kind of crazy fast. But at least I got that one seam done. And I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do this side. There we go. That is going to flatten that out, so when you're sewing, everything stays the way you want it to. See? Nice and I'm going to plug that back in. And let me turn it back on. Go. We're going to do the same thing to this side over here. We're going to sew the seam open. And a lot of people, they just finger press them, but I want to make sure. So bring this picture like this. Just down the seam like this. This also helps me make sure that the seam's sewed correctly. Because like I said, I'm new. I'm not new. I mean, I've been sewing for a few years now. But I don't have the experience like, say, my friend Sylvia's mother has, you know, or some of the other crafters and stuff out there who've been sewing their whole life. Or Donna, Sylvia's mom, tried to teach me to sew. And I guess I was still just too young and I just could not grasp it. I was still in that, what do I need to sew for? Even though I thought I wanted to learn, I still was not in the zone all the way. So chit chat with me, talk to me. If you're here, say hello. All right, we're going to line that up, make sure that's even. Go. All right, now we're going to pin our two pieces, our two star pieces to the flag piece. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to sew them. So we're going to line it up right there like that. That. Over here, sewing machine. And sew it up. Don't forget to backstitch, Linda. Start with backstitch. And that stitch is not straight at all because I lost track of the fabric. And I was looking at the needle for the back stitching. That's okay. We're not shooting for perfection. We're just shooting for the full finished project. Right. Got that one done. And let's press that seam. press that seam. We got that. And then we need to find the other one. And we're going to turn our product over. Turn our bag around. We're going to. Now, if we want a pocket, we can make a pocket. And make a little pocket right here on this side. And we'll just make it out of this piece since we're not using this piece on this. So let's see. Say I want the pocket to go from there to there. Right. I've never done the pocket before. This is going to be tricky for me. Tricky, tricky, tricky. We only want like a little 5-inch pocket. So I folded it in half and then I folded it in half again. And now I've got a crisscross there. And so I'm going to keep it in half like this. And I'm just going to cut right down the middle. And say, is that going to be a big enough pocket? Yeah, that'll be plenty big. All right. And I'm just going to cut that like that. I've got the right sides to right side. And I'm just going to sew right here and then over here. I'm going to do sew that just like that. I'm going to put that right in. I'm thinking if I want to sew this like that now or if I want to wait until after I attach that other piece of fabric. I think I'm going to wait until after I attach this piece of fabric. All right. So with the pocket inside like this. Sew it just like that. I've never done this before, y'all. I'm trying to figure this out. No, I better sew the sides first. Yeah, do that first. Sew the sides first. I don't know. I've never done this. I haven't watched no videos on this. I'm just gonna go for it. Like I said, the worst thing that can happen is it's not correct. All right, let's do it. Let's set this side here. Rid of all those. All right. Now, I'm going to pin this. All right, I'm going, I should iron those seams. I'm not going to. All right, so I've turned it out right side out. And then when I turn it back in, then my pocket will be on the inside. So fold this piece. I should have watched a video on this before I even attempted this. Should have watched somebody with experience who knows what they're doing. All right. It has to go like that so that when I fold that over, if I can't figure it out on my own, then I go and watch YouTube. I go watch other people. But I'm trying to figure this out on my own. All right. Putting this here. Here. And then all right. Wait. uh, let's move this pin on this one over to, so it's even with that pin. Same thing with this one. Over there. I'm looking for some big super. Something like some sunglasses could fit in. Perfect. Our glasses fit right in that little pocket. Okay. So what I'm going to do is see if my logic, if my mind is making logic. If my mind is being logical today, I should be able Okay. So I've sewed that one little pocket piece, right? And I've pinned it to each of these fabrics. Okay. See? And when this gets turned, it'll get turned, pushed in, then this will be the inside of the pocket. And the outside will be against this other fabric, and you won't see that. And you won't see it on the inside because I'm going to have padding and then a liner, so you won't even see that pocket on the inside. So I'm going to sew from here to where I have that little pocket right about there. So that's going to go like on each side. I'm going to stop and I'm going to leave this opening. I'm going to leave this opening right here because when I get done with that, then I'm going to go around and I'm going to sew that piece. But I'm going to sew it like in a circle. So I'm going to come over here, take this one pin out, over here to the sewing machine, and hope that this is going to work. Hope that my logic is making sense to more than just me, like in reality. All right, so we're going to stop right at the pocket, and you might go right onto the pocket tad, but it's right on the pocket. So we're low. All right, that's one side. Other side. And now, it's just like I can see. Oh, there. Okay. What are you doing? Oh, that thing's shutting off. Where's the other pin? Where'd it go? There was two pins in there. Where'd the other one go? Oh, I see it now. I see it. It can't be there. We'll have to go back and fill them. Well, you won't have to get them in. Basically stitching it down. So I think that stitch too small versus the other one. Yeah, I did. Okay. I gotta go back and stitch again because I didn't stitch evenly across there. Mm-mm. All right, let's try this again. Okay. all our pins out before they stick us too bad. All right, so this is going to be the side that has the pocket, right? So now I'm going to go around and I'm just going to sew right along here and right along there before I turn the pocket out. So put that up in there. I'm going to have to turn it as I'm doing it. Over. I think it's up. I'm kind of like excited, you know. It's just might actually look. I had to do it without screwing anything up. All right, guys, here for the test now. Did I sew the pocket correctly? Let's press our seams. Try that just to be on the safe side. Actually, I'm going to turn it in. Then I'm going to hit it with the. I did it, guys. I made a pocket. I made a pocket in my tote. Cool. Thank you, Dee. I am stoked at the moment. I have a little pocket in my tote. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I kind of wrangled it up right there. Uh-oh. Perfect? No. But a pocket? We have a pocket. Did my very, there's no zipper, but a zipper wouldn't have been that hard to add after. Look, Doesn't look like anything, right? Ba-doop, ba-doop, doop, doop, doop. We got a pocket. We got a pocket. Boop, boop, boop. We got a pocket. Okay. So, perfect? No. But that's my first pocket like that. That's my first little thing like that. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, I think this is going to have to be a part 1 and part 2 video because my back is like screaming at me sitting here. How long have I been on? I don't even know. All right, so now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut it in half. Or was it this piece? It was these pieces because I already cut them in half. All right, so now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lay it across here. But wait a minute. Yeah, we're not adding the... I'm sorry, guys. I have to stretch my back right there. Okay. I'm going to take this and I'm going to sew it across the blue across the top. Back stitch, Wendy. Stitch. Good thing is that I'm going to be going over the threads with the liner and everything, so. I think I made another boo-boo. I think I made another boo-boo. Right. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Going to take a piece of blue fabric. And we could have put a pocket on this side too, but we didn't. I'm going to take this little blue fabric right here. And we're going to sew it across just like we did that one. This time we're going to remember to back stitch. Linda, Linda, back stitch. I'm having issues over here with my thing, my pedal. Yeah, see? it. Okay. And we're gonna press the seam. Like we did all the others. And when you press the two seams apart like that, it cuts down on the bulk. So when you're going over the sides to sew in things, you're of course the words lost my mind lost the word. You're cutting down the bulk when you're trying to sew over instead of sewing over all these extra thick things here. So we didn't do that on this side. Let's do it on this side also. This one here is a little bit of a smaller one, so I'm just going to do them down. Doesn't have to be that. Let's do that one down. Right now, this is our side with our pocket. Now we can make handles that go from the outside and they come up like this. Or we can make them so that they come directly from the top. I think we should take a break and come back later and do this. That's what I think we should do, Dee. I think we should take a break. My back needs to get up, walk around. My dog needs to go outside. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to take this big bone fabric and we're going to fold it in half. So we're just going to fold it in half and we're going to iron it as we fold it in half all the way down. And then when we're done doing that, we're going to fold each side into the middle. We'll do that now. I don't know. I need to give my back a break, guys. So stay tuned for part 2. This is where we're at right now. We've decided what fabrics we're going to use. We have this one, we have that, and this will be our tote, and it'll be really cute when we get some handles on it and we get the lining in it. And so the part 2, we will make the handle. We will put some shape form in there to have it hold the shape that we want. And then we will put a liner with a pocket in the liner also. But that pocket's going to be an easier pocket. It's not going to be an inside pocket like that. I just had to see if I could do that. And I did it. I could always add another pocket on this side, like a different type of pocket, but I don't think so. I don't think I need all those pockets on this. That right there, a pair of sunglasses will fit in there just fine. Wonder if my phone would fit in that. I don't know, but my back needs a break. If you're not subscribed, please click subscribe. So when I come back on, you'll find me. You'll get the notification that I'm back on. And when I upload any other videos, you'll get a notification. Go ahead and hit that little like button. That way other people will join us when we come back again. I can't say how long I'm going to be gone. It's 6 p.m. my back's gotta quit hurting before I can come back. So once that happens, we'll finish this first. All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. I'm not going to sing so long farewell because we're coming back. Be back in a little bit. Be back in a little while. Come on, end. End. Yeah.